What up, Dokkanners? Welcome back to Toonrami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle EZA tonight. TURs are dropping tonight. I will be live streaming tonight. So let's take a look at the Masked Saiyan EZA. That is, of course, the purpose of this video. A preview, team build, that kind of thing. So obviously we got the TURs for these units as well. That's going to be dropping in a banner, in the form of a category banner. Mentioned this before. Usually you would avoid category banners, but for this one, I'm going to be making a big exception because I don't have these units. They are old units. Oh, this is the global one. Let's see, this is the JP one. This is what it's going to look like. I don't have a single copy of Mira or Toa, so for that alone, I'm going to be summoning on this banner. Everybody else here is rainbowed and useless. And of course, you have a chance of pulling an LR. So, look, I don't want to tell you it's good to summon on category banners. I just want these two units. If you're not a whale or if you're not a big, super hardcore Dokkanner, don't summon. I mean, it's not even about whaling. It's just these banners suck typically. They just typically suck. Also, I mean, there is a guaranteed featured SSR for multi. Never mind. That's not the point of this. Anyway, we got Revenge. We got the EZA, Infinite Dragon Ball History, story events, Dokkan events, you name it. It's all here. Who is the Masked Saiyan? Well, this is him right here. With his EZA, all types, key +3, 80% across the board. Raises attack and defense. That right there makes him already good. Causes immense damage. And lowers attack and defense. So he's doing both. So I guess, in a sense, in certain situations, you could basically just call this a 2-point swing in favor of the Masked Saiyan, where he's just raising his attack and defense by 2. I guess. Although that's a bit of an exaggeration. But you know what I mean. Like, you're raising your stat and you're lowering theirs. That's a substantial move on one turn. Attack and defense plus 100%, key +1 plus an additional attack plus 50 when facing 2 or fewer enemies, sorry. And an additional key +1, attack and defense plus 30 when facing only one. So basically, he thrives on the one-on-one scene. So take him to the Legendary Goku event, take him into Infinite Dragon Ball History. That's where he thrives. It's an escalation, right? It's getting increasingly more difficult. But it's a long-form event, which means everything is for keeps. So if you start raising your stats, you keep that, on top of the fact that you've got all this going for you. So this guy is a very good one-on-one player. Make sure, you know, cross him up, mess him up. I'm trying to talk basketball parallels, it's not working. We just had the Super Bowl, so I'm shaking off the American football terms. Anyway, that's what he looks like, right? He's also got Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Warrior Race, Brutal Beatdown, Berserker over 9,000, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle. Is it Saiyan Lineage? I was doing some link farming. It is. I was doing some link farming, and wouldn't you know it, there's actually some key being shared between the STR Broly and another unit, and I was surprised, and it turns out it's the Masked Saiyan. They actually share that link, and they give some key, which is a fun fact. For me, not really for you guys. I don't know if you guys are working on farming out the links for STR TUR Broly, but I am. Categories are Pure Saiyans, Time Travelers, Goku's Family, Crossover, Mind and Body Erosion. This doesn't apply to Global just yet. We don't have that. That comes with the PyCon Janemba Dokkan Fest when they eventually show up. Now, this guy's tech. So you would think Int is the way to go for your EZA. Well, you would be right. This is the EZA, and the category needed is Revenge. Now, the thing about Revenge, not the greatest category for team building. I found myself in a very tough situation as far as free-to-play is concerned when building a team. So, as you can see, he starts to gain resistance to all extremes, so don't bring bad guys. Gains resistance to STR as well as physical. So your only options are going to be AGL, Tech, and Int. And of course, AGL is a problem because that's type disadvantage. So essentially, what you're looking at is Int and Tech, so same type. The problem is that there is literally only one lead for Revenge, and that's the AGL Bardock. So I don't think this is a very difficult EZA. So if you want to bring the Bardock, by all means do it. If you find yourself having issues, then maybe swap him out. But the problem is, to what? Right? So if we look here, obviously the extreme side doesn't matter, so we're going to factor that out. You don't have too many other options. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, actually, hold on. Boda Magetta, are you key plus 300%? No, you're not. You're 290. Okay. So this is kind of the roadblock that I found myself at. Trying to assemble a team that both works on the pay-to-play as well as the free-to-play side. Pay-to-play side, you're much better off because you've got more than just the int. You've got some nice tech options, and they do a lot of damage, so you're going to be all right. But let me show you what I did on the free-to-play side. As you guys know, when it comes to EZAs, I like to run the events free-to-play first, just for the added challenge. A lot of you may ask why. What's the point? Well, Dokkan is very repetitive, right? You're essentially doing the same stuff over and over, with essentially the same teams over and over. So to add more challenge or more spice, add more fun. I hate spice. Forget that. That's a bad analogy. To just add more fun, to mix things up, I like to challenge myself with some extra, levels of challenge. And most notably, it's free-to-play. I like to run free-to-play on EZAs. If I can't beat it, if I come to a complete standstill with a free-to-play team, I'll switch. But this is the free-to-play team that I've come up with. Now the problem here is that there's only there's 3 units here that fit Revenge. This guy, the Int Super Saiyan Trunks, Revenge. We've got the Majin Buu Saga Ultimate Gohan. He's Revenge. And then the last one is the World Tournament Int Super Saiyan Bardock. Now, none of these guys have links. That's not the point. But out of the 3 of these, there's no real discernible common category, right? And therein lies the problem. Because if you were to not use AGL Bardock as the friend unit, I can't really think of a really good substitute lead for this team, because I'm bringing the SBR Goku. This guy has type advantage, which will help, and then I just brought other units that would somewhat link well with these units. So this Trunks, which probably will link well with this guy, and then I've brought the Super Saiyan Goku for the Goku's family requirement, because he will link well with the Ultimate Gohan, as well as heal the team by 10% every single turn. So it's going to be a little tough for free-to-play, I think, maybe. Although this EZA could totally just be a cakewalk and there'll be no problem. But if it is, well, that's the beauty of Dokkan. You can assemble different teams and have fun with it. So if this team doesn't work, well, then what are you going to do for the Revenge category on the pay-to-play side? If you take a look at the Revenge category, we don't even factor in the evil guys, and we don't even factor in the physical or the STR or the AGL. Let's take a look. This is Revenge. Not too many options. However, you are seeing some common ground here between some of the units. You see some Time Travelers, some Future Saga, some Hybrid Saiyans. So, little tip for some of you who are not aware of how this works with the filter select, your categories. This is a great new update by Dokkan, by the way. You want to look at every unit that fits in the Revenge category, but at the same time also fits in other categories. By doing so, you get to cross-reference and see if you can actually run the unit on another team. So we just cross-reference Revenge with Future Saga. This is the result. All of these units fit both Future Saga and Revenge, which means if you ran the Trunks, you could run all of these, well, sadly, not all of them, because 4 of them are the same, but you could run Mai, Trunks, and Super Saiyan Trunks. So hopefully that helps you figure out how this stuff works. I know it can be confusing for some of the newer Dokkanners who are unfamiliar with this whole cross-referencing thing yet, which is why I've been trying to push this a little more in some of my videos and streams. But let's use another example. So Revenge with Time Travelers. If we cross-reference Revenge and Time Travelers, the intersection point yields this many results, which is better, right? And if you want to open it up even more, just remove the type restrictions, and there you go. So you've got a lot more options here, and you can actually put together a team. Now, if you were to do the same thing instead of Time Traveler, well, I guess Time Travelers and Future Saga are basically the same. Boom. So now you've got a full-fledged team. Throw in Trunks, Trunks and Mai, Super Saiyan Trunks, Mai, this guy, and, okay, nobody else fits on this. So now, just go back to just Revenge and throw in somebody else, this guy. Because this Trunks is not only a Future Saga lead, but a Superclass lead. So, there's our team. Right? I'm not going to use this team per se, but this is the team that I came up with for the summonable. So, I am using these guys because, number one, Future Saga is the common denominator amongst most of these. Well, I mean, I guess Time Travelers would be too. Maybe I should use Time Travelers. If I switch Time Travelers for the Future Saga, that would help across the board because the Super Saiyan Bardock is indeed a time traveler, as is the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, and everybody would get the same boost. But I'm actually going to go with this because the 170% attack boost is a more substantial boost for the actual units that apply to the category, whereas this guy only gives 130% across the board. So it's not much of a difference from just having the superclass boost of 120, if that makes sense. So this is going to be my team. Obviously, the STR is probably not going to do a whole lot of damage, but we've got plenty of other firepower on the rest of the squad. So this should be fun. Team building is going to be fun for this. Let me know in the comments how you guys are going to build your teams. And I'm still trying to decide what I'm going to be using for a friend unit, but if I can guess what I'm going to want, it's probably going to be this guy, the Spirit Sword Trunks, because with his EZA, he has a superclass lead key plus 300%, which is basically like the Super Battle Road Goku. Either that, or I might just say forget it and just bring in the Bardock. Honestly, Bardock might just be easier because it'll save me a ton of time. Key plus 4, 130%, and 170. Honestly, it might be worth it. Plus, he raises his defense, right? So, I might just do that. But that's pretty much it for the EZA. That's going to be dropping tonight. If you guys need help putting together teams, hopefully this does help you out. If you need additional help, be sure to join the Discord. We have team builders on standby ready to help you out. We got some very, very kind and supportive tunes in the Discord, so make sure you go check that out. So yeah, these are all the units that you might possibly want to look into for an for a friend lead if you're doing the free-to-play thing. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, are you excited for this EZA? And are you going to be trying out this free-to-play thing that I do? I think it's fun. It makes it more challenging. Obviously, you know, if you get bored of it or if it's too difficult, switch back. I think it's fun. So let me know if you're going to be doing that. And what is your team going to be? Because this is a very interesting conundrum with the Bardock being the only lead. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future. And click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Thanks again. Stay tuned and always remember to revenge responsibly.